Good morning! Starting, gosh, the light be blinding. The light's blinding. Welcome back. Gosh. Welcome back to another video. Today is just a normal vlog, starting off at Solidcore. Y'all know the drill. I only go to Solidcore once a week, but I feel like it's kind of the funnest day to vlog for me because it's just something to put in. I normally get coffee afterwards. My friend and I go together and it's just kind of a little bit funner to vlog, I feel like. But I'm finishing up the last of my protein shake. If y'all have been watching the last few vlogs ever since I started going to Solidcore, you would know. I drink an entire 32-ounce water bottle beforehand, and I drink a protein shake beforehand to get hydrated and also to have a little bit of something in my stomach via a protein shake. Otherwise, I feel like, yeah, I just won't make it. My stomach will not do well, I feel like. On an empty stomach, I will be nauseous. Same goes for hydration. This is more so for like my lungs and keeping my asthma in check. If you don't know, if you're someone with asthma or exercise-induced asthma, staying well hydrated can help prevent that. Staying well hydrated thins mucus. So the mucus from your asthma can help thin that and kind of keep those symptoms under control. So I normally try to drink a good bit of water before I go, and I feel like it helps like my lungs. I notice a difference when I hydrate really well before and when I don't. So I already drank an entire one of these at home, and so this is my second water bottle that I'm bringing with me, and then I'm gonna finish this, and then we are going to Solidcore. All right, Solidcore is done. I was telling my friend Bonnie, she and I normally work out together. We'll go to Solidcore together. But I was telling her that when I first started Solidcore, I did their like 2-week intro deal for like new people. And it's like $90 for 2 weeks, and it's unlimited for 2 weeks. And so during that time, I went 3 to 4 times a week, right at the beginning. And then now I paid for their once a week monthly membership. So I just go once a week. And I told her, I was like, I feel like doing once a week and like waiting so much longer in between classes makes each class feel a lot like harder versus when I was going 3 or 4 times a week. It's like your muscles are kind of used to those moves and they get used to it. I was like, I feel like every class has seemed harder now that I only go once a week. But I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat some breakfast. I've mentioned this before, but I always get coffee and then I try not to really drink much, if any of it, before I have my breakfast, and I can drink it with a breakfast that is high in protein and some fat to help balance blood sugar regulation and help prevent a sharp blood sugar spike if I drink just coffee by itself. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat breakfast, I'm gonna shower, and then after I shower, I'm really excited about this, but I am going to try to do Greta Wilson's wavy hair routine. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just started following Greta Wilson. She's another YouTuber, she's on TikTok, all that. But Greta has a wavy hair routine, and her hair comes out beautiful, like these beautiful beachy curls. So I'm doing that today too. I'm gonna do that after I shower. Let's go home, get breakfast. I'm gonna do my hair and get ready for the day. Hi! Did someone come meet me at the car? Oh my gosh. Okay, I just got out of the shower, and so I'm going to put on my moisturizer. This is from Clear Stem, their Hydra Glow moisturizer. But then I'm going to be doing Greta Wilson's wavy hair routine. And I went to Ulta yesterday and I got all the things that she uses. So what she does is the curl cream first, then mousse, then gel. And she also has a diffuser, but I'm gonna have to let mine air dry. And then once it's dry, she goes in with the hair oil at the end to kind of like soften it up and like loosen the curls a little bit. So I got this one, I think it's Odell, and I think she uses a different brand, but when I was in the store, I saw that this one had like no sulfates, no phthalates, no parabens, no synthetic fragrance, no formaldehyde, no dyes. And I was gonna get the like Quay hair oil, but when I looked at its ingredient list, it was like 100 ingredients, and this one, this is all its ingredients. And so I felt better about this brand, but I've never tried it, but I'm excited to use it. So first things first is, I know she says that your hair has to be soaking wet. So I just got out of the shower, but even then I feel like it has dried a little bit. So I'm gonna re-wet it with my spray bottle just to make sure that I do this right. I'm gonna put on my sweater because I feel like it's gonna bother me if I have like water dripping down my back the whole time. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm like semi-nervous for this, but okay, I'm gonna go back through, make sure I really wet everything because she says it needs to be very wet. All right, so we are going to go in with curl cream first. See how this goes. So this is the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk cream, and she has used this before, so we're gonna go with that amount. See how this works, and I think she just kind of rakes it all over the hair. That's with the curl cream. Now we're gonna do mousse. That was a lot. This thing grew. It's a lot more than I thought. Okay. I'm trying not to like lose the curls. So last thing is gel. Also at Ulta, I did get like the travel size of these two because they had the travel size of these two, and then I had to get the regular full size of the gel. I was trying to just get the travel size in case like it didn't really work for me. I didn't want to have a ton of like products. So lastly, we're gonna go in with gel. Okay, this is what it's looking like after cream, mousse, and gel. So now we're gonna wait. Oh gosh. We're gonna wait for it to dry. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of devotions and spend some time in some prayer and read my Bible. But for whatever reason today, I feel like I really need my heart to be full. And I feel like there's been just a lot on my mind lately with like business and just like stuff going on, and like my asthma all of a sudden randomly kind of flared up the past few weeks, and that's been just kind of like discouraging. And we're about to go on our trip in August, our Europe trip, and eating gluten-free, dairy-free over there for a couple weeks like kind of has me on edge. And yeah, so I just feel like I need some time in prayer. I also really love to journal my prayers every now and then. I don't do this often, but every now and then when I feel like there's just like a lot that I need to like get out and pray about, I like to write it down. I'm still waiting for my hair to dry. This part has dried and it's like crunchy from all the gel and stuff, which is normal, but I still feel like my actual head and like the base of my head and stuff is still like a little damp. But I'm gonna make lunch. If you watched my last video, I made the best Greek bowls, and the whole reason I made my last video was to share that recipe, and I do share that entire recipe in that video. So I have made them again this week. I just made more yesterday, so that's what I'm having for lunch. I'm having some leftovers, so I'm gonna eat some lunch. I will be the first to admit there are lots of parts to this, obviously, but it's so good and it gives so many leftovers. So this is gonna last Ryan and I think 3 pushing 4 days worth of lunch and dinners for the two of us. So I am going to reheat up the rice and the chicken together, and then I keep the chickpeas cold, obviously tomato cucumber cold, and then I get like a handful of lettuce and just shred that up. And then the homemade tzatziki is 10 out of 10. It's so good, and it's dairy-free. I use a dairy-free yogurt with this. And then you do some hummus. Ta-da! So good. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm going to put my makeup on and then try to finish up my hair. Okay, I'm going to try to finish up my hair situation, and then I'm gonna do my makeup because I do want to look nice for my client call in about an hour and 15 minutes. Not me still working on my coffee from 9 a.m. this morning. But the last step, I still kind of feel like there are certain parts that are damp, like back here. Sorry if you can hear literally all the mowers outside. But the last step is hair oil, and this is apparently supposed to be what kind of fluffs it up a little bit and like softens it, because right now it's like spaghetti noodles. It's like crunchy, and you're supposed to kind of crunch up and like squish up some oil into it to kind of help soften it. So I've never used a hair oil before, so we'll see how this goes and if I can get it to kind of look not as wet, because it still kind of looks like it's wet even though like this is dry. It's just crunchy, so we'll see. Makeup is done. Ryan's on a work call, so I'm being quiet. The hair is cute. I like the waves, but my hair just looks wet, I feel like. So I was thinking though, she uses a diffuser, so that might really help it actually look dry if you use a dryer and used a diffuser. But I remember watching one of her videos, and she was like, when I first started doing this, she would let it air dry, so I figured it would be fine. But yeah, I just feel like it looks wet. That's really my only issue with it, is that it looks like my hair's wet, and I want to look a little bit more put together than that. I don't want to look like I've just hopped out of the shower on a client call. So I feel like the shape and style is good. It just looks wet. But I'm going to move over my laundry, and then I'm going to do some work before my client call at 3. And then I have a new client call tomorrow at 9. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of prep work done for him as well before I meet with him tomorrow. Drink a lot of coffee in a day, but I kind of want to make a little small one, because if you've been around for a hot minute, then you would have seen me when I would make iced coffee, like homemade iced coffee. And I bought this little pitcher from Amazon years ago, and it's the best. And the other day I was like, I need to get back into just making a pitcher full of iced coffee, because it would always last me an entire week. I kind of got into making my espresso shots and making like lattes and Americanos and stuff, but I really wanted to try out my iced coffee making skills again. So I do fresh ground coffee still with my Purity coffee beans, but it comes with like this little attachment. So you put the coffee grounds in here, and then this attaches to this little screw-on lid. And so you soak the coffee grounds in it overnight, and then eventually you take the coffee grounds out and you're left with your iced coffee. But I made this yesterday, and then I got coffee out this morning, but I'm curious, like I'm too curious to wait till tomorrow, so I kind of want to have some. And it is decaf, so I think I'm gonna just make like a little bit, because I'm just curious. I just want to know. So I'm gonna make a little bit of this, and then I'll probably eat dinner soon. Right now, y'all are balancing on Ryan's water bottle. Oh my gosh. This takes me back to like 3 years ago when I used to do this all the time. Oh, it's good. I forgot how good it was to make it like this, to make like your own iced coffee like this. I will link this picture, this little coffee ground picture, because it's so good. I have missed it. I was thinking about it the other day driving, and I was like, oh, I used to take this to like the beach and like vacations with like my friend. It's like we would just drink like iced coffee, like pitchers. We would like brew a whole pitcher for like a week at the beach or something. And it's taking me back. That's like the memory that hits me, is like drinking iced coffee at the beach for some reason. But cheers! I'm almost done with my dinner. I know it does not look appetizing once it's all mixed up together, but I'm just having the same thing I had for lunch. Okay, I definitely forgot to end the video last night. Ryan came home from playing pickleball, and then we watched an episode of Suits, and then we got ready for bed, and I completely forgot to end the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. My goal is to hit 3,000 subscribers by this year, by the end of the year. I hit the 2,000 subscriber mark this year. Also want to hit 3,000 this year. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.